Yeah, I just want to make an interesting point, perhaps, which is like, okay, if you graph, x and y, the x is how much something morally matters, and then y is the certainty that it matters that much. For the most part, if you have a physicalist, perhaps like, dual aspect monism, um, panpsychist account of consciousness and the universe, well, I think you will find that really, as potentially things may matter more, you're far more uncertain about them. It could very well be that actually the hedonic tone of black holes is the thing that matters the most, but we are very, 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 very uncertain about that. We don't know, uh, but it's possible. And just given the amount of energy and and matter in a black hole, maybe it matters, tremendous amounts, modulo time dilation and effects like that. Um, Now, if you just disregard instrumental rationality and you just think about intrinsic value, then I would make the case that there's kind of an outlier in that chart, and that is actually, non-human animal suffering, which is something that probably, at least intrinsically, when it comes to its, aggregate valence, the intensity of the valence, yeah, it's probably like at least one order, if not two or three orders of magnitude higher than the entirety of, what's going on with humans. And I think like we can actually be pretty certain about this. There's still some error bars, but of all of the, readily preventable suffering out there in the world, perhaps the universe, I would say, yeah, non-human animals, pigs in factory farms and cows and chickens, and well, then of course also all the free roaming living world. Yeah, that probably matters a ton. And I mentioned in a short story called the Qualiascope that if you had like another civilization, maybe another type of life, perhaps like living in a different fold of the Calabi-Yau manifold or something like that, I think it would probably see planet Earth not as human planet, but probably as chicken, pig, cow planet, because that's probably the bulk of living bound qualia in it, and that's just the truth we have to contend with. Now, it may not serve you for your productivity to think about this very much. I definitely think knowing holocausts are happening, it's not particularly good for your sanity or state of consciousness, your productivity, your kindness towards others. Um, but when it comes to the logos, you know, the best model of the universe that we have, I would say, yeah, you cannot omit that, or at least you cannot without like seriously, you know, deceiving yourself. And um, yeah, I mean, perhaps like failing to reduce the bulk of suffering on the planet Earth. Yeah, there's definitely a caveat to be added, but although this is, when increasing the level of uncertainty. But yeah, I mean, given logarithmic scales of pleasure and pain, it's quite possible that there's like one species in the world out there that, its motivational architecture or something is grounded on extreme suffering or something like that. And yeah, it's possible that actually, that species might be the the current utility monster. We don't know. We do know, for example, that cats can experience cluster headaches. As far as I know, there's no, solid research on the base rate of that. But yeah, it could be that, yeah, some species are actually extremely unlucky. and they probably should be the priority. The thing is, like, we don't know, but we do have, you know, extremely high confidence about how incredibly bad the lives of, yeah, pigs in factory farm. And yeah, I hate to say it, it's awful, but yeah, we should shut down the factory farms. We've got to do it. It has to happen.